Hi! Let's analyze together how much we need to complete this mini-game. Do you remember I made a guide about the Nightmare Drawer game? So I did exactly the same thing except that this time round, I take the average of each row for this column. The important thing you will want to know is how much is needed to complete. So I put out the important rewards that everyone wants here, which are the helicopter, gems, and the final reward, which is one random gold card. You can see the number of points we need here. With that, the number of keys you will need is 27,423 for the helicopter, 33191 for the gems, and 37464 for the final reward. Take note that this is only a rough prediction, and you will need to choose any multiplier of your choice, and stick to it. Just one multiplier. Do not keep changing the multiplier. So does the calculation equate to actual result? I live streamed it. I got 50,000 and used the 100 times multiplier. You can watch the video on how I played the mini-game. From the live stream, I have spent 27,200 keys to get the helicopter, 34,200 to get the gems, and 37,200 to get the last reward, which is the card, and it did not give me the last card I need. So you can see my result is somewhat similar to what we have calculated. I got one more person to try it out too. Saved up about 40,000 keys and spent 40,500 to get the last reward. 40,500 is slightly more than calculated, so you can set a target to get 40,000 keys too. If that is too much, then it's good to know your limit and target to get maybe 30,000 to get the helicopter or 35,000 to get the gems. RR did not get his last gold card from the last reward either. So it's up to you whether you want to work super hard to get the last reward. Now is it enough to just do ads and tasks to get the rewards? Let's take a look together. This column only shows those that we get once, and this column is those that we get daily. We have 4 tasks to do per day. Watch these ads and watch this shop ads. In total we get 880 per day, and if we do that for 14 days, we get 12320. And if we add those that we get once, the total we get is 13,020. This is a lot less than what we need. So we got to attack these big men and small men. This is a map that I believe are the spawn points of the big man. The red dots are the spawn spots. The big man only spawn at midnight, and each time it spawns at least 3. Midnight in the game is either XX00 or XX30 in real time. So look out around for the big man at those timing. And I also added these orange circles, lines, and dots, which are places I suspect are the spawn area or spawn spots of the small man. Take note that I did not attack much of the small man, so the accuracy of this map is not to be taken seriously. I don't know how often do the small man spawn. I haven't been looking for them, but I do think that they spawn throughout the day. So I went to calculate how much health do these big men and small men have. I added all my damage up and got this number. So we can round it down slightly and assume that the big man has 250,000 health points. This is crazy! And here is how the keys are distributed. If you deal the highest damage, you get 500 keys. If you are ranked second in dealing damage, you get 200 keys. I am not sure about the rest of the ranking because nobody talked to me, but I think rank 3 gets 100 and rank 4 and 5 get 50. And everyone else gets 5 only. So if there are more than 5 people attacking the big man, I think it might be better if you move on to attack other things, like the small man. The small man has 2,000 HP. So if you damaged it the most, you get 15 keys, the next few ranking gets 5, and I think some ranking gets 3. Hotzi told me she saw 3, and her number of keys are not denominated in 5. So how many of these men do you have to kill in order to get the gem reward of 33,191 keys? I minus the ads and tasks reward, and you will need to hunt for about 20,171 keys. And that will mean that you will have to kill about these numbers of either big man or small man, and depending on your ranking and damage. Good luck! Oh, did you know that the big man despawn at midnight? So if there is not enough time to take down the big man, do not waste your star cash and engage in trying your best to kill the big man before it despawn. I did some calculations, and this is boss gun stats result. It even includes how long does it take to take down one big man alone and also an estimate of how many hits it takes to take it down. All these will be in my next video about gun stats. So a lot of you have asked me how I get 50k so quickly. To be honest, I did not have much difficulty. In fact, this is the first time in months or years that we complete an event so quickly. I get about 60-100 to 80-100 per hour when I play. I have a good gun. And I use 2 maps. The big man only spawn at 12 midnight, so that's every 30 minutes, and if you want it in real time it's XX00 and XX30, so if one map has 3 big men, I get 1500 per map. And if I get 2 maps, it's 3000 per 30 minutes. So if I multiply that by 2, that is 6000 per hour. And if I get more big men per map, I can get 500 per big man. Or sometimes a bit lesser when I play with friends. And sometimes, I travel to more than 2 maps per session, and I get even more. I only hunt for the big man because the small ones spawn too few and it's not worth spending my time driving around to find them. But if my gun is bad, I might need to consider other options like getting my friends to carry, or I stick to maps with many people and tag along them. I will only be active every 30 minutes when it's the spawn time. By the way, you don't need to tap on this button all the time, just press and hold. Some people asked how to read this sort of time. XX00 and XX30? This XX is any hour of the day, which means if it is 3 o'clock now, it spawns at 3 o'clock and 3:30. Replace XX with the current hour. If it is 11 o'clock now, it spawns at 11 o'clock and 11:30. I am thinking what happens if I do not have a good gun. I will ask my friend if they are willing to carry me, just a small group of us, and we definitely need some of them to have good guns to carry. Do keep in mind that if you have the lousiest gun in the group, you would not want the group to be too big too, because the number of keys you get will get lesser. For example, RR and Bah are shooting. And RR will be rank 1, so RR got 500 keys and Bah will be rank 2 and get 200 keys. But if there are 2 other people like Sarsop and you, and Bah is ranked 4th, Bah will only get 50 keys. Is that worth the effort? Is it better to attack the small man instead? These are things you need to think about. If only they increase the spawn rate for the small man massively, then this event will be a lot easier for people with the free gun to work together and have more fun. The bad thing about this event is, there is no additional incentive for people who have completed to help to shoot too. But on the bright side of that, there will be fewer people with good guns to compete with. Go though, don't give up! I would not recommend you to try your luck to get the good guns from theme draws though. I only got mine during the Nightmare event when the good gun was finally in the pity system. Before the Nightmare event, I suffered a lot with the free gun. So I had been saving up to get the good gun when it was in the pity system. The good thing about this legendary grade gun is that it's legendary grade, which means that the probability to get it is 1%, so the pity is only at 100. I am willing to spend 100 theme draws. I tried and I was lucky to get it within 30 draws. But with the current theme draw, the gun's grade is Aurora or Fantastic grade, so the probability to get it is 0.5%, so the pity system is set at 200. There's no guarantee that you will get it within 200 draws, so I wouldn't take the risk if I do not have enough to spend 200 times. Good luck and make your own decisions. I am only saying these because I hope that you do not feel heartbroken or disappointed about it. Keep grinding and saving! Oh, if you need an empty map. Maybe try to apply to join Get Kicked or Get Kicked too, then look out to see which alternate account to add, and follow that account to my quiet or empty map to grind with fellow club members. Please announce whenever you see a big man and help one another.
SUBSGRAB